Good, because I'm prejudiced against the scungy food in the cafeteria. That all right with you, George?
Me klasse, es su klasse.
Yeah, Topanga.
If we're going to eliminate the cap rule, can we also discard the dress code in its entirety?
Why? You're not thinking about showing up, like, naked tomorrow, are you?
No, although I find nothing shameful about nudity. I was thinking about wearing garments from cultures more in tune with the goddess. A sari, perhaps, or a pareo.
Yeah, fine, as long as you're covered up. Topanga, what are you doing?
Moving my desk out of the way. I've decided I'd rather sit on a traditional yoga cushion.
Lawrence, Topanga.
I'm channeling. I will only answer to the name.
Okay, present, but not all here. Because her name was Anne Frank. Anne Frank was a victim of anti-Semitism.
Miss Lawrence, would you please trade places with Mr. Matthews?
All right. I'm a hyperactive, underachieving, 11-year-old boy.
I meant physically.
Oh, well, that takes less of a psychic toll.
Why do I have to move?
We were just giving our view of the book.
Yeah, I mean, you say literary masterpiece, we say, eh. What's the thought behind wool? This kid doesn't scratch enough?
I agree with Stuart.
Oh, no, it's a nerd swarm. Minkus, shut off your geek magnet.
I just think we often lose sight of the true meaning of Christmas in the frenzy of commercialism.
What are you talking about? How are we gonna know what to ask for if we don't have commercials?
Christmas is the celebration of the winter solstice, an ancient tribal ritual whose origins are lost in time.
Yeah, we were just talking about that in the bathroom. Listen, Topanga, I think I can hear them calling you back into your own dimension.
Oh, yeah, they're saying, Topanga, get your aura back here.
And bring Minkus.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Miss Lawrence, I couldn't help noticing that you didn't recite the Pledge of Allegiance this morning.
Yes, sir. I elected not to.
Why was that?
I didn't feel like it.
This is gonna be cool.
What was that, Mr. Matthews?
I said this is gonna be cool, Mr. Feeney.
Why?
'Cause you're finally gonna nail Topanga for being weird.
Do you think it's weird to engage in social protest?
I think it's weird to pick on me when she didn't say the Pledge of Allegiance.
Well, Mr. Matthews, it seems that you and Miss Lawrence have opposing positions for this morning's debate.
Uh-oh.
You've been set up, bud.
Mr. Feeney told you not to say the pledge?
Today's social study discussions, American traditions, the Pledge of Allegiance versus social protest. Mr. Matthews, defend all glory. Miss Lawrence, defend the right to dissent.
Just because it's a tradition doesn't mean you have to do it.
But it's the Pledge of Allegiance. It takes like 10 seconds to say. Why can't you just say it and make everyone happy?
Because if I'm forced to do it, just because it's some tradition I don't understand, then it doesn't make me happy.
Can you spell peculiar?
Oh, and you're normal? You talk to a flag every day and you don't even know what you're saying.
But I do it. I do it because I'm supposed to do it. And that's what makes me a great American. That's what makes this country great. That flag. Because that flag gives us the right to have this discussion. And this discussion is the most important discussion we will ever have. And out of here.
Hi, Cory.
Hey, look who just beamed down.
Hi, Topanga.
I missed you at the game Saturday.
What game?
Your father's grocery store against my father's bookstore.
Topanga, in this dimension, there was no game.
Yes, there was. I played.
Topanga, that game was canceled.
You wish. We were killing you until your father's assistant manager tried to throw the ball home from center field and sprained his elbow. The ambulance had to come and take him away.
There's always an ambulance.
My father told me that game was called off.
Well, it wasn't.
Miss Lawrence?
I've thought over my position, Mr. Feeney. And not only do I not want to say the Pledge of Allegiance, but I also do not want to wear shoes.
We who sit behind you object.
Mr. Matthews, you were a pro-pledger, as I recall.
Yeah, I was, but I thought it over.
Oh? And you've changed your position?
No, I haven't, but I can argue it better now. But I've got the answer.
I'm not interested in the answer.
Why not?
I'm channeling the ancient Egyptian mathematician who first solved this problem.
Check, please.
All right, Miss Lawrence, let's see what you've come up with. Well, oddly enough, you and your metaphysical lab partner have arrived at the correct answer.
Let me see that. Nice, demon.
Interesting, isn't it, Mr. Matthews? Mr. Minkus didn't get the correct answer, but Miss Lawrence did. You would do well to consider that in your search for your answer.
She's cheating. She copies off dead guys. I know that, sir. I found out that sometimes we need to learn to think differently. That's how Topanga knew, because she thinks differently. Really differently.
Did your spirit guide talk to you and give you the answer?
Yeah, my mom.